everyone, welcome back. Last summer, I posted a video where I had taken my mom to a Mac counter for a makeover. Now, unfortunately, it was extremely loud in that store. And also, when I called to ask if it was okay that I record in the store, I was told that we were not able to record the entire session. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because over and over in the comments, people would ask, why didn't I show the full makeover? Why did I only show snippets? And why didn't I show more of my mom? Well, now you know why. I simply was not allowed to record the entire session. And even if I had, it was so loud in the store, it would have been virtually impossible for you to hear what was being said. That's number one. Number two, my mother isn't always super comfortable being on camera. This kind of thing isn't for everybody. So the fact that I can even get her to do these kinds of things and put it out to the world on the internet is a feat in and of itself, because you and I both know that people can be not nice. So never in a million years would I want to subject someone to that if they weren't okay with it. And then the second most commonly asked question on that video was, why didn't you just do her makeup yourself? Why did you take her somewhere to get it done? And my answer to that is because over the past, I would say 5 years or so, my vision has gotten worse, like a lot of people when they hit their late 40s, early 50s. And when I do my own makeup, I am this close to a magnifying mirror. So to do someone else's makeup, even with glasses on, is not that easy for me. Not to mention, as a lot of you know, I have some spine issues with my neck and my shoulder and my sometimes lower back as well. So bending over someone and just the way a makeup artist has to contort themselves to work on somebody's face, it's just not easy for me to do. But because I love my Risa Does Makeup family so much, and I obviously love my mom, I wanted to at least attempt to do another video for you because you all wanted to see her again. My mother is 76 years old. I think she looks amazing. She will always drop whatever she's doing to come and help me if I need help. And when I said, Mom, I want to do another video with you, I want to attempt to do your makeup using really affordable, attainable products for everyone, she could not wait to come over and do this. Okay, so that was a much longer intro than I had intended to do, so we're going to cut it right there and get into this tutorial for mature skin using all affordable drugstore products. So here is my beautiful mother before, and here is the after. So this was my first time trying the e.l.f. Sun Touchable Whoa Glow SPF 30 Sun Protection and Makeup Primer. It does have a very, very nice consistency, and I know it looks like I'm beating her up, but I promise you, I always use a very, very light touch. So once the sunscreen was on, I applied the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. This is an excellent, affordable primer for filling in fine lines and pores. And then I did a quick color match for the foundation. And I decided to use this Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation. It offers medium to full coverage. I'm applying it with a BK Beauty 101 brush. And I'm just kind of stippling it onto her skin. I like this foundation a lot because it covers extremely well, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, nor does it make it look like you're wearing a mask. It was at this point that my mom was asking me if it was okay that she was talking to me while I did the makeup, and I said, of course, it's going to be a voiceover anyway, so do not worry. And now I'm just bouncing a damp beauty blender over her face just to make it look even more seamless and natural. For concealer, I'm using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. First, I applied a little bit to the back of my hand and then picked it up with a brush in order to not pick up too much product. I'm also not using a lot, and I'm strategically placing it in the darkest areas by the inner corners of her eyes, by her nose, and then also a little bit below the eye. And I have darkness in the exact same place as my mom. We get it in that tear duct area and then just in the little hollow there. Once again, I'm going in with a damp beauty blender sponge to make everything look like it's just melted into the skin. For brows, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown. I always brush up the brows first and then make very light hair-like strokes. This pencil is an excellent alternative to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. And now I'm setting the brow hairs in place with a little NYX brow glue in the shade Taupe. This will ensure that the brow hairs stay in place all day long. And now I'm just warming up her skin with this Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. My mom still has amazing cheekbones for her age and honestly a perfectly symmetrical nose, so there was really no need for any contouring. And now I'm setting everything with a light dusting of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Translucent Setting Powder. I've raved about this one a lot on my channel. It truly feels like a high-end powder. It is that silky and finely milled. For her eyeshadow today, I'm using this all matte palette from Milani. And after dusting her eyelids with a little powder, I'm taking a flat but rounded shader brush and placing a mid-tone brown through her crease. Now with mature skin, you might have to gently lift up on the brow to access the skin on the eyelid. I mean, I'm 50 and I have to do this. It's the only way to make sure that the eyeshadow doesn't come out patchy. And now I'm going in with a deeper brown shade from the palette and just contouring her eyes a little bit. I'm placing it on the outer corners of her eyes, and then with what's left on the brush, I'm lightly going back and forth and just deepening up that crease. I'm doing my pat and blend technique, which if you are not familiar with, I highly suggest you check out my Hooded Eye Masterclass video where I demonstrate that technique. And now I'm placing a matte ivory eyeshadow on the center of her mobile lid. And at the same time I'm applying that, I'm also blending out the brown shadow a little bit. Now the brown eyeshadow may still look a little blotchy and unblended, but I assure you it gets fixed towards the end. Remember, I talked about my eyesight being a problem? Even with my glasses on, doing makeup on another person is just extremely difficult for me at this point. Now I'm using my favorite Rephr flat eyeliner brush, and I'm taking a matte black eyeshadow and placing that all across the base of her lashes, right at the root of her lash line. And you can see just what a difference that alone made. And now I'm smoking out the lower lash line with a light neutral brown, taking it underneath the lashes and smudging as I go. Now it's time to curl the lashes and apply some mascara. This was actually my mom's mascara. She really likes it. It is the Telescopic from L'Oreal. I also placed a little bit of mascara on her lower lashes. And now I'm going back in and blending, blending, and blending some more. Up next is blush, and I'm using this new e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in a shade that my viewers recommended. This is the Dusty Rose. I will say that it did take a bit of building up the pigment with this. I do own this blush in 2 other shades, and this is the only one that I felt like I needed to go in a couple of times to get the amount of pigment that I was looking for. And now instead of using a separate highlighter, I decided to top off the liquid blush with a glowing powder blush. This is Milani's Dolce Pink. Now it is time for lips, and I'm using this milky brown lip liner from Peri Para. It is the perfect pinky nude brown for someone who wants to define their lips but doesn't want any real contrast between the lip color and the lip liner. This shade is actually very close to my mother's own natural lip color. And honestly, with this next product, you really don't even need a lip liner. This is the Milani Ludicrous Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Can't Even. And I think this is a really underrated product. It's long wearing, it's creamy. And now, before I add the lip gloss, I'm touching up the outer corners of her mouth with a little concealer. And finishing off with a little lip gloss, this is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon. I personally find that gloss gives the lips a more youthful, plump appearance without having to overline. And here I'm just finishing off the look with a spritz of the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Coconut Mist. And look how happy she is. She and I both loved the finished look, but we wanted to take it up a notch and add a pair of my Martini lashes. And even though these are half lashes, we still trimmed them a little bit because we just wanted a touch of drama and lift at the outer corners. And there she is, looking absolutely gorgeous at age 76. I think that smile said it all. She even texted me later and asked if I could send her one of the photos I took so she could change her Facebook profile photo. She actually wrote, "You did magic on me," with 3 smiley faces and hearts, but let's be honest, she is a very easy canvas to work on. I know, I'm a little biased. Okay, as always, all of the products I used in this video will be listed and linked down below in the description box. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to leave them for me in the comments. I do try to answer as many as I can. If you did enjoy this video, I really appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will consider doing so. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button, and you will become a part of the Risa Does Makeup family. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram and TikTok. My username is the same on every platform. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you, Mom, for being my beautiful model today. I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.